got problems. Boom, she got problems.
Only I got 411 problems.
He got problems, she got problems. Only I got 411 problems. Hey, hi, what's up, y'all? It's time for another story time, and welcome to Girl, Come Get Your Husband. Okay, so this is Mother's Day weekend, and me and Erica, y'all know Erica. Erica has been on the vlog. Me and Erica, we are in that stage where it's like we don't want our life to just be about work. We have been through enough trauma. We have been through a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that we don't even talk about at times, and we just don't want to work and not enjoy life. We don't have to break the bank, but we want to enjoy life, right? So that's where we are, and it was like, what we doing for Mother's Day? What we doing for Mother's Day, friends? So of course we had already, went out to eat. Like, check out that vlog. We had went out to eat, and she had decided, she was like, well, friend, I'm gonna book a room, and you can come if you want to, like, come and get some relaxation. And I'm the type, like, if we're out of town someplace where I can't just drive home, I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm not really gonna spend the night, because I like to sleep in real cold, like the atmosphere. Like, I need the air to circulate, or my asthma will kick in. And if the first warning signs is my nose starts burning, I can go for like an hour or two, but my nose starts burning. And everybody don't like to be cold. I don't like to be cold either, but I need to sleep in the cold. Like, I need the air to circulate. I need a fan. I need something. And I didn't want to do that to her also, and I was like, I wanted her to enjoy her time, like, at the room, but I still wanted to get in the jacuzzi. So we had met up for dinner, and then the next day we met up for lunch. And after lunch, we was going to the hotel to to enjoy the pool room and get in the jacuzzi. She wanted to get into the pool. I wanted the jacuzzi, baby. I ain't want the pool. So anyway, that was the plan. So we went to dinner on Friday. We ended up meeting up on Saturday and went to lunch. And we had been to this cafe before, but I ain't too fond of them because my fruit cup had hair in it. And I think she did. It's not, I think. She had forgotten. So she was like, I'm sorry. It's like, it was close to the hotel. And she was like, and we had been here before. And I was like, it's cool. It's whatever. No big deal. So after we ate, we left and we went to the hotel. And when we got to the hotel, when we was walking in, it wasn't busy at all. For it to be Mother's Day weekend, it wasn't busy at all. Real talk. It was nice. It was quiet. And it was like we had plans to go downstairs and go to the pool room, and so it was kind of like dreary like looking, because it was raining that day too. So it was cloudy, and so the outside pool was the no. I didn't want to do the outside pool anyway. I just wanted the jacuzzi. I just wanted the jacuzzi. So when we was walking, like, to go to our room, well, her room, when we was walking to go to the room, it was people still in the pool though. It wasn't a lot of people, but it was people in the pool. I guess they was like, we're gonna take advantage of the opportunity, which I don't blame them. If you don't pay for the room and your people allow you to get in the pool while it's raining, it wasn't lightning that I could see, but so they were in the pool. It was some people in the pool, and then you could see kind of inside the pool room, it was people in there. So as we was walking by, she was like, by the time we come downstairs, I'm hoping everybody will be cleared out and we'll have the pool to ourselves. So we went upstairs. We sat there for a little minute. Like I looked at the look at the ambiance, looked at her view. We sat there and we talked for a little minute, and then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed so we can go to the pool room." So we changed clothes, walked downstairs to go to the pool room, and when we got on the elevator, we thought we had hit down. For whatever reason, the elevator went up. So we went up and end up getting, it was a family that ended up getting on the elevator, and they was going to the pool room too. So so we was walking to the once the elevator went down to the floor, we got off to go to the pool room. And so the man was like, "Y'all going to the pool room?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so he was like, "Oh, okay, you're gonna make a left and another left." And so I was walking slow and I was looking at my phone. But when I looked up, Erica was like and I was like, "What's wrong?" And so she was like, "Girl, I was looking for you." And I was walking by next time, by somebody else. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But when we walked into the pool room, it was people already in there. Because as we was getting off the elevator, the people who was in the pool outside was going like to their room. And so Erica was like, "I wish my prayers would be would be answered that fast, because those are the people that I said I wanted to be cleared out." And I was like, "Girl, they weren't in the pool room, they was in the outside pool." And so she was like, "Well, I don't really think it was a lot of people in the outside, I mean in the inside pool." And so when we got in the pool room, the family that was walking with us, they had 2 kids. So it was a husband and wife and 2 sons. They were Caucasian. They walked in the pool room. When you walk into the pool room, you have to walk through the weights area first. And once you walked in the weights area, then you walk through another door, and then that was with the exercise room. Once you walk through another door, then that was the pool, and then on the opposite side was a jacuzzi. So Erica was like, she didn't think it was a jacuzzi on the inside. And I was like, that don't make sense for them to have a pool room and not have a jacuzzi on the inside. She said she knew about the jacuzzi on the outside, but she didn't know about the jacuzzi on the inside. And I said, "I'm pretty sure they got one on the inside, but even if it's not, I'll just sit back and watch you swim." So when we walked in, so she was like, "Oh, you was right, there's a jacuzzi." Usually hotels usually have jacuzzis on the outside and the inside if they have a pool room, but it's whatever. So when we walked into the pool room, it was people in there. So the people who was in there was the it was a couple in the corner and a man sitting in a chair beside the couple in the corner along with their kids. And then the couple who had walked in with us with their kids. And then it was me and Erica. So that was everybody that was in the pool room at the time. The couple who was sitting in the corner, it was the couple. So it was basically like the man, his wife. It was another person with them, and they had 4 kids, and with the 4 kids, it was an arm baby. Right? So we was looking around, but we didn't think nothing, too much of it. So we found a chair, because I was looking, like I went and looked at the pool room to see like where all the chairs was. Excuse me. And to see if people had their stuff in the chairs. So we end up getting like this one little love seat. It was a double chair. Maybe it was about that big. So I ended up sitting down, because when we walked in, like the wife of the couple who walked in with us, she went straight to the jacuzzi. So did the husband, and the kids jumped straight in the pool. So, and then it was already people in the jacuzzi. So the jacuzzi literally wasn't big at all. It was literally like a miniature size hand cup. So literally, and it said the max amount of people who could be in the jacuzzi was 6. So I was like, well, I wanted to get in the jacuzzi, so I just wait my turn. So I sat in the seat, and so Erica had went. She put her foot in the pool just to see like the temperature of how it was. And so I was like, it's cold, because she had made this face. she had made this face, so I thought she was saying like it was cold or whatever. But anyway, she had came and she sat by me, so we was just sitting there, you know, like kind of chilling out because of all the people that was in there. And so the couple who was already in the pool room, they were kind of like packing up. They had started packing up to get ready to go. So we was sitting in a chair. So as we was sitting in a chair, we was sitting there talking or whatever, like kind of minding our business, chilling. A phone started ringing on the side of Erica. It wasn't Erica's phone. It wasn't my phone. It just started ringing. And so this man, we were gonna call him Disaster. So Disaster's phone started ringing. And he came running from on the other side of the pool where he was with the couple, right? And so when he came running, and I was like, he was like, where my phone at? Where my phone at? Where my phone at? And so I was like, nobody got your phone, friend. Nobody got your phone, friend. It's right there on the table.
Friend, we ain't got your phone. We ain't got your phone, friend.
Oh, which it was. Now, mind you, I don't know this man, but I'm the type of person, and also Erica, I'm the type of people where it's like we're sociable but not really sociable, but we can have a conversation because you never know who you're talking to. You never know how an interaction is gonna go. So just off GP, like we was just being, you know, nice, like we was just having general conversation. So it was like, we don't have your phone, friend. We don't have your phone, friend. We was like, you know, making like a little joke. So he was running. He got his phone. He answered his phone. He sat in a chair on the other side of Erica. So we was just sitting there, you know, like minding our business, sitting there talking. And so the couple who was sitting, the husband, like when they were sitting over there, the husband got up, and his kids, he was like, let's go, let's go. So the kids started following him. So the son, out of all of the kids, he looked like he might have been like 12, 13, no more than 12 or 13. He was dropping, like he was carrying like the baby stuff. It was like he was trying to carry the towel, he was trying to carry the bag, he had the baby sippy cup, the baby bottle, like, and stuff was falling, the baby toys, like he was trying to gather himself together. And so Disaster jumped up, and he jumped up, and he was, you know, picking the stuff up. But then while he picked the stuff up for the boy, like he got in the baby face. Like, and like I said, like he looked no more than like 11, 12, no more than like 13. And so he got in his face, like, and I'm looking like, what the? And right then I knew, I was like, he's drunk. And I knew because trauma. And then I could smell it. Now, you just because you smell alcohol on somebody, don't necessarily guarantee like they're drunk or they're intoxicated, because it could be like a good little buzz, and you could be, you know what I'm saying, like you could have just burped. Like, you, when you smell alcohol, that don't necessarily mean you're drunk, but the actions will confirm or deny if this person is drunk or not. So I was like, he drunk, because there's no way you in this baby face like that. And when I tell y'all, like, he got in the baby face, you know how like somebody, like you running up on somebody, like he running up on him and he talking in this baby face, like he's close to the baby face like this, talking. And like the kid was like 11 or 12, somewhere in there, 12, 13, and he talking. So the little, you know, the boy looking at him like this. And so the father is on the other side across the pool. He has a baby in his arm. And so he wasn't talking to Disaster. The father was like, get the stuff, come on. Just get the stuff and come on. So Disaster had like the other stuff that had fell on the ground, and so he walked with the boy over there. And the dad, like, he got in the dad's face the same way he got in the baby's face. And the dad has a baby, like, baby. And so me and Erica kind of looking at each other, because Erica by this time had got into the jacuzzi. So me and Erica are kind of looking at each other, and I'm looking in the corner because I was thinking Disaster was with these people, and he wasn't. he wasn't. And I'm looking at the ladies because I'm trying to read the room, like to try to figure out like what's going on. And so they're talking amongst each other and still trying to, get the other kids together. And then they started walking. And so the father, you could tell like he's dealt with, like if you ever dealt with a drunk person or anybody who's had some kind of abuse, like defense mechanisms, like the angry drunks, just to let them talk, because if you like interact with it and you start talking back, it's just gonna get worse. So you just let them talk till they talk themselves tired and then they shut up, right? Or you don't engage. And so the little boy kind of knew, but you could tell he was scared. And so the dad was like, you could tell like he knew how to encounter certain things. So he was basically like, man, just back up. I have my kids with me, like just back up. And so he was like, yeah, you know what's up, and I was like, maybe it was like a flashback for me, and I was like, oh, because that means with them leaving, it's either you're gonna come to me because Erica's in the jacuzzi, or you're gonna go to this Caucasian family that's also in the jacuzzi, because like the jacuzzi was kind of split with the stairs, like it had like a rail in the middle. So Erica was like on this side and the husband and wife was on the other side, and it was literally like it might have been like a little octagon or what. It wasn't big at all. So it's like either you gonna go to these people over here in the jacuzzi, because the people who was around the pool, who you was over there sitting by and we thought you was with them, they're leaving, which leaves me, right? So once the man like kind of de-escalated the situation, he got out his kids and his wife came over and she was like, come on, let's go. They end up leaving. So here you come and you sat back in the chair, and I'm looking like, where your people at? Because baby, this is not what we came here for. We came here to relax. This is not what we came here for. So I'm sitting in the chair, and so I'm on my phone, but my vlogging phone is down, but I'm recording. I pull out my vlogging phone for almost everything. When I tell you my vlogging phone has saved me from a lot of stuff, from people who had said like they had did certain things or I had an attitude, it has saved me from a lot of stuff. It has given me proof. When I tell you my vlogging phone, vlogging has saved me from a lot of stuff, baby, eternally grateful. So literally I did that for proof. Like I'm not only vlogging for my own channel, but I'm also doing this for proof, because it's like, here comes somebody who's intoxicated. I don't know which way it's gonna go, because I don't know you from a can of paint. So here we are. Like, I'm just trying to navigate the situation the best as possible. We just here just trying to celebrate Mother's Day, and so is the couple in the dang on pool while they watching their kids, where they in the jacuzzi and they watching their kids in the pool. So we sitting, well, I'm sitting in the chair. Erica's in the jacuzzi. Was she still in the chair? I think she's still in the chair. No, she was in the jacuzzi. Or maybe she had to get in the chair. Hold on, let me look. Okay, yeah, so Erica was already in the jacuzzi. So Erica was getting out of the jacuzzi while he was coming back, and like he was still like standing in between the jacuzzi and the chair where I was sitting. And so I lift up my phone because I was still recording. And so Erica was like, you see my cover, because she had a cover. And so she was like, you see my cover? And so he picked up the cover and put it over his shoulder and started dancing like this.
Look at.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No.
And so Erica was like, whoa. And he started coming up on her. Now, mind you, Erica is married, honey. so are you, because when you came over and was looking for your phone after you had got off your conversation, you was like, where my wife at, where my kids at? And so Erica was like, dang, you lost your phone, you lost your wife, you lost your kids, like, you know what I'm saying, like you just lost everything at this point.
Lost your kids, your phone.
And so you started dancing. Erica was like, no, you know, Erica snatched her stuff because number one, we don't know you. Here you are, you grabbing somebody belongings and you dancing up on a woman that you don't even know. You're married at that. Here you are, here you come with this extra titty on your arm, and you all up on in somebody's personal space. You don't know her, and that's real disrespectful. So he was like, hey, like he dancing. So it was major confirmation for me. Like I was like, okay, yeah, you're drunk. You're really drunk. And so Erica was like, no, you know, Erica kind of snatched her Cammy back. Erica, you know, her cover back. And so she was like, no sir, basically telling you like, back up from me. You don't know me, I don't know you, like back up from me. And because Erica has been plays no games, baby, no games. So Erica snapped once she got her cover. She, you know, she sat down. Did she sit down next to me? No, I think she did. Let me look. Yeah, so Erica tells, you know, Erica came and sit by me. So Erica was saying on her way coming to sit by me, she was like, no ma'am, after she had snatched her cover back. And I'm not recording, like, I don't think she realized, it's like, I'm not recording like to make fun or whatever, ma'am. I'm recording for our safety at this point. And so he was like, he started saying to me, hey, get your mans. I don't
Get your man.
Her husband at home.
Look, and my wife is right over there. We just chilling right now.
don't know. I don't know this man from Adam. All I did was be nice when he first came and looked for his phone. And I was like, we ain't got your phone, friend, which we didn't. It was on the table, right? So I'm like, he was like, hey, get your mans. And I was like, her husband at home. And so he was like, oh, my wife right there. And I was like, well, where's she at? Cause so I can say, girl, come get your husband.
Where your wife at?
She right there.
How your wife over here?
And he was like, she right there. You see them kids right there? Them kids that I'm taking care of kids that ain't mine.
I'm taking care of them. Ain't even my kids. All that shit need.
Wait a minute, what?
Look, we'll sit down.
Where your wife at?
She right there.
I said, wait, what? What? And he was like, yeah, talk to her. She right there. I'm taking care of kids that ain't mine. She right there, like right there. Y'all, I'm looking like breaking my neck, because I'm like, where is she at? Because he was telling me to talk to her, and I was like, I'm trying to find her so I can tell her to get him so we can enjoy the ambiance, because now it's so uncomfortable in here because you just approached this baby, you just approached his dad, now you're gonna approach my friend, so everybody is uncomfortable. And the Caucasian people is sitting in the jacuzzi and they just looking like, you know. So Erica leaves and gets back in the jacuzzi, and so he's sitting in the chair, not on the directly on the side of me. He's sitting in the chair he was sitting in anyway. So he starts yapping, another indicator that you're drunk. Excuse me. He starts yapping like you just talking about how much money you got, how much money you spend, how long you done been with your wife, how you just not happy. And then you turn your anger, your unwanted anger, to the Caucasian people who was sitting there. Oh, they owe us so much. And I'm just sitting there going, I hear you, friend.
Over there in the corner? That's your wife over there?
You need to talk to her.
Yeah, I'm trying to find her.
right here. I can hold it now, son. I need to. Hey, man. Fuck you. I got it. I just think it's Lord.
Pretty good.
You manifesting your goals?
Manifesting my what?
Your goals? What are your goals? Don't tell me about it. Tell me about it. Hey, you. Nah. Nigga, I'm sitting right here. They like, yeah. You know what's crazy about New York, nigga? They know it all, right?
Who?
New York niggas, they so talented, they so smart. You know why? Because that's where, after the slave trade, right? After the slave trade, people ran up north. It was like, yo, I don't want to be a slave no more. So back in the 1800s, early 1900s, you had niggas who was slow. They was called bunkies. You South niggas, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, motherfuckers ran up north like, yo, I'm chasing my freedom. Give us free. Have you seen the movie?
Which one?
I'm a Dead. Have you seen Django?
Yeah.
Give me some of your gum.
I don't have none. It's upstairs.
Shit, man. I guess my breath gonna be fresher than yours.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, at any point, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my shit, because I've been popping my shit all night. And that was the best belly flop ever. That was the best belly flop ever. I'm pretty sure what a belly flop look like. Take my flip flop. Mind you, I'm just another nigga who got some sense. You hear me?
I hear that.
What they call you, Queen?
Friend.
Friend? Alright, friend. Stay on top.
You too, friend.
You a well-trained woman. Big salute to that man who got you on point.
Oh. My mama. No man. My mama.
Ain't you somebody?
No man, my mama.
Somebody. Hey, look, he acting like he's scared to go underwater. Get in the water, man.
Finally just learned how to swim.
Hey, somebody, man, look here. After learning how to swim.
You just learned today, huh?
Yeah. Oh,
You gonna leave?
Because I've been through this trauma type situation. So it's like there's no need for me to engage. There's no need for me to keep, to escalate the situation. I just want you to shut up, which is why I'm quiet. So I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him rant and rave about any and everything that he could think of. And so his wife comes in to the pool room, and so he was like, "Oh, there she go right there."
That's your lady? That's your wife?
I want to try something. I want to.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "You're his wife?" And so she was like, yeah, he tried to talk to you. Clearly, this is not your first rodeo. And I said, no, he actually didn't. Which he didn't. He didn't try to talk to me. He tried to push up on my friend. He didn't try to talk to me. And so he was just running his mouth. And before she had came in there, like he was running his mouth so much till he realized like he was talking so much, especially about the Caucasian people, and he was like, I need to stop acting like this in front of these people, huh? Cause baby, we all tired. We all tired. Please shut up. So when she came in there, she could tell like he had too much to drink. So she was basically trying to get him to leave and to go upstairs to their room. She was like, "Come on, let's go."
Yo, me up now, huh? Drag me out, the motherfucker. Drag me out. I ain't spend what? $2,000.
Come on, let's go. And so the more she tried to pull him, like she had took the phone out of his hand, like he was fighting that. He, kind of snatched him. Let me go. Let me go. And even at one point, he had smacked, because she had on a bathing suit, and he had smacked her butt. Like it was so embarrassing, because she was saying, "Come on, let's go." And he was like, "Wow." When I say he smacked the fire out that girl butt, I was like, I was so embarrassed for her. And so he was like, "Let me go, let me go, don't tell me what to do, you don't tell me what to do." And he kept getting louder and louder and louder. She was like, "Come on, let's go, come on, let's go." He was like, "No, let me go." And so she kind of walked off.
Let me take. Hey look, these crackers never give us our credit. Watch your mouth, boy. Might upset. I ain't gonna upset. Wait a minute. That's why I be down there. Hey, look, she know. He shot her. And you know the truth, though. Y'all come from cage, bro. Y'all come from cage. That's why the sunlight don't accept y'all. White people don't like that. You hear me? White people don't like acknowledging the fact, yo, we come from cage. Nigga, we from there. Y'all been robbing us for years, for decades, for centuries. Don't give a fuck about that shit. Nigga, was they caring about those kids when they was fucking us over? Nigga, I ain't gonna lie to you. Bruh. These white folks been robbing. They should never let a solid diamond out. Dig on his bed. Dig on his bed. Drive me. You never know how angry I am with tears. Don't talk about it. These motherfuckers took all the precious resources from your homeland and then be like, hey, wake them up. Ain't nobody got my number. I don't interact with people. People can't vote with me. Nobody got my fucking number. What are you talking about?
For a minute and kind of gave it like a little breather, and she went back outside. And when she went back outside, I guess she had told the kids like, "Come on, we need to go." And when the kids came in, like you could tell, she had 3 girls. You can look at their face and tell that they were used to you doing this act. Like you can tell, it's like everywhere we go, you ruin the fun. Like you ruin it with your drinking. Like you don't know when to stop, because you can look at their face and tell. And so she was like, having them put up the towels and say like, "Okay, come on, let's go." Sorry, editing Angel here. I skipped the part. So you hear this next clip, you hear Erica. We were clearly talking to each other but miscommunicating because she thought I was saying I'm ready to go. So she came up and she was like, you ready to go? And I was like, huh? Like confused because we were miscommunicating because she was sitting in the jacuzzi mouthing to me because they were Disaster and his wife were sitting, like I said, in the chair, like they were right there. So I still, like, you hear me on Facebook. I told y'all, like, I was on my phone, not trying to engage with him, like, to escalate the situation. Like, I just was trying to let him talk and let him run the show. So yeah, she came up, so she was like, let's go, like, you ready to go? Because she thought I was saying, like, yeah, let's go. Nah, baby, I came to get in the jacuzzi. Sooner or later, he's gonna leave.
Huh? Why? Huh? Oh no! I thought you were saying. I thought you left me today. That's why I said. Oh, because it's clear out.
You know what's crazy? In South Africa, they tell it, the people move from, they call them the head. You know what I'm saying? The white people in South Africa, they let them get a pass into America. That shit fucked up.
Like, you know?
That shit fucked up. Let's go. Let's go. Cause you weak as fuck. You weak. Stop fucking touching me. We got good. She was. You shouldn't do that. That's just trying to be white. You don't call no fucking shot.
So she had got him up and got him close to the door of the exercise room. And when she got him close to the exercise room, he had got loud over there. So before she could get him to go out the door, he came waddling. He came waddling over there to tell us to have a good night. I forgot this part too, to have a good night. But listening to the receipts, I can recall now. So he was like, it was nice. It was nice meeting y'all. After you done put on, showed your ass. He reached out his hand to Erica. He was like, it was nice meeting y'all. She was like, have a good night, sir. Like, you've already like invaded her privacy. You invaded her personal space. Oh, you invaded her personal space. So Erica didn't reach her hand out, which I didn't blame her. But when he reached, he, laughed, and he came to me. He was like, nice to meet you. And I was like, nice to meet you, sir. Like, I shook his hand, and he waddled and staggered on to the door. It's not funny, but y'all, my life's a movie.
It was nice to meet y'all.
Have a good night, sir.
That's yours.
Yeah.
There, he was talking junk to her over there. And so finally she got him out the door and she got him in the exercise room. And in the exercise room, he was going back and forth and he was staggering and he was talking mess. And it was like, oh my God. Like, I kind of felt sorry for her, but then on the other hand, it's like I didn't, because it's like, girl, you know, like you know what this is. And a lot of times we like to put our feelings to the side and try to help, and instead of taking care of ourselves, we put ourselves in danger when it comes down to stuff like that, because you love the man. Baby, I'm gonna need you to love yourself. He in here talking and saying those are not even his kids, how much money he got, he bragging on how much money he got or whatever. So the situation was, once he finally got outside, the situation was so uncomfortable for the Caucasian couple. The husband came over because his stuff was on the other side of me. Like, their stuff was on the other side of me. But with everybody gone, now they just left me and Erica and them in the pool room along with their kids. And so the wife had got out of the jacuzzi and she went and sat on the opposite end of the pool. And so that was my opportunity to get in the jacuzzi. So I stood up so I could go get in the jacuzzi. And so the husband came over and he was like, I'm so sorry. We made it uncomfortable and made a huge inconvenience for y'all. And I said, huh? Because I was trying to figure out what he was talking about. Because you didn't make an inconvenience for us because of his ignorance. He was being ignorant. So I was like, what you mean? He was like, the young man. And I was like, no, because you heard him talking about Caucasian people. Yes, don't get me wrong. Caucasian people, there are so many people who are racist, but there are so many who are not. And those people weren't even bothering us. They weren't saying nothing. They was minding their business just like we was minding our business. And we was ready for you to go. So he was, he said so much stuff about them and it had made them uncomfortable. But after he left, they got comfortable, and so you came over to apologize for his actions because you were sitting in the pool room. No, you have every right to be in this pool room just like us, and you have every right to be able to enjoy the pool room just like us. Not because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. So when he was like, oh, okay, and I was like, no, you're fine. Like, you're not bothering us. So they went. She was on the other side of the pool. He went in the pool with his kids, and he was teaching his kids, like, brushing up on teaching them how to swim or whatever. So they was minding their business, and me and Erica was in the jacuzzi. So we was in the jacuzzi minding our business. And while we was in the jacuzzi minding our business, like, you could see the girls coming back and forth, but you could see their faces, like their face, you could tell like they was mad, they was pissed off, they did not want to get out of the pool. But you can tell like this is normal. Like, you mess up every time there's an opportunity for them to have fun or they're doing certain things, you mess it up with your drinking. So Dad came back in. I saw the wife and the girls, like, they was sitting kind of on the opposite side of the pool, where they had like the baskets where you could put the towels and the chairs and stuff for you to kind of dry off or whatever. And the wife had came in and she was looking, so he had came from the opposite side, and he was like, have y'all seen my key? Have y'all seen my keys? And I was like, no, because my phone, like the vlogging phone, was laying on the side of the jacuzzi, because like I said, it was just me and Erica. It was chill, it was peaceful, it was a vibe. And so I picked up my phone and I was like, no. And he was like, oh, so you staggering, you can barely walk because you lost the room key to y'all room, so y'all looking for the room key now. So they left out for good this time, and it's just us sitting in there. And then we was in there for a good little minute, not a long time, and we was enjoying the peace and quiet. And so he kind of started acting crazy again when she was trying to get him to go out of the weight room. And so Erica was like, ooh, I feel sorry for him. No, I feel sorry for her. And I was like, I kind of do and I kind of don't. And I was like, because you can look at your kids, you can look at her kids and tell, like, this is something that's always happening and you need to get your kids away from that. And I was like, for him to say, those are not my kids, but I'm taking care of them. Baby, no. No. And then for her to walk in and say, oh, he tried to talk to you. Like, that's the first thing. Because I was like, are you his wife? And you didn't take that like he was talking about you. You took that as like he was trying to talk to me. He wasn't trying to talk to me. Like I said, he was pushing up on Erica. But trying to push up on Erica. And it was like, yeah. So that was pretty much it. Once they left, I was like, girl, she need to get him. Take him to the room, let him sleep it off. And after that, it was quiet. He wasn't a long nuisance, but he was a nuisance enough to the point where it got on our nerves. This story time is short. That was pretty much it. A girl, come get your husband, because at this point in time, baby, I honestly see why you didn't want to come get him, to be totally honest. I love you the most because you're definitely the dopest in real life, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
One too many. One too many. One too many. One too many.